fighter. Okay, here we go. Again, I'm not reading this. Basics of all combat styles, sure. You have some that use magic. I'm assuming we're getting Champion Battlemaster. Champion Battlemaster. Oh, right, we're getting Brawler as a fourth one, and we're getting Eldritch Knight. So... okay. I really don't feel like reading this every single time. I'm sorry. I have a version of Fighter in my head. I don't need it to be explained at this point. Yeah, so, class. Fighting style now lets you replace the feat you chose whenever you get a fighter level. So you can change your fighting level style every level. Okay, that's kind of cool. Second wind now also restores one expended use on a short rest. Right, because second wind was changed to become yeah, I remember that. It was changed to you can use it a certain number of times, and it was like 2. And then you had like a call. Oh, here you still have the column of how many times you can use it, but now okay. Weapon mastery now maxes out at 6 mastery options instead of 5. So yeah, I think this is still higher than Barb at every level, right? Barbarian was 2 to start with and went up to 4. Wow. It's even better because fighter gets to 6. So nice. How many did Monk get? Or did Monk get any? Did Monk get? No, Monk didn't get. Oh no, Monk just got 2. Monk just gets 2 weapon mastery for the entire game. Okay, cool. Sure. Sure. I mean, I don't. Okay, well. Action surge. Okay, so action surge allows anything except for a magic action. Tactical Mind, new level 2 feature which allows the fighter to excel in and out of combat. Fighters. Return, sure. New level 5 feature lets you move without provoking opportunity attacks when you activate Second Wind. Master of Armaments replaces Weapon Expert and Weapon Adept. Lets you change the mastery properties of all your mastery weapons. Wow, really? Indomitable, Force Mirror uses at higher levels, studied attacks, new level 13 that increases the likelihood you'll hit after you miss. Unconquerable has been cut in favor of Indomitable, improving at higher level, and 3 extra attacks returns to level 20. Okay, I again see a lot of returns, but at least I see a lot more new stuff. I'm assuming creating a fighter is still the same, so still all of the armors and shields, all of the weapons, no tools, bunch of skills, strength con, yep, seems fine. Starting equipment, whatever. Multi-class, 13 in strength or dex. Sure, okay. Fighting style, I've honed your martial prowess and gain a fighting style feat of your choice. Those feats have this feature as a prerequisite. And now you can replace the feat with a different one. I mean, I think they just legitimately made fighting styles feats because then they could add new fighting styles in later editions. A little bit more consistently. I'm assuming the fighting styles themselves didn't really change. Second Winds. As a bonus action, regain a D10 plus fighter. You can use this feature twice. Regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest. Regain all expended uses finish a long. And when you reach certain fighter levels, yada yada yada. Did they lower the amount, by the way? Or is it still 4 at 10? Yeah, and 3 at 4. Yeah. So they didn't even change this. Cool. I mean, at this point, it's just a flat out, like now it's just a flat out buff to the original, right? Because originally you had 1 second wind and you regained 1 second wind on a short rest. Now you have multiple and you regain 1 second wind on a short rest. So I don't see an issue with this, to be perfectly honest. Fighters are kind of meant behind barbarians to be the most, like the class that is able to take the most hits. This makes sense from a design perspective. You can make the argument of Paladin, but Paladin kind of does it through healing and spells, whereas Fighter is supposed to do it inherently, and Paladin also has smites, so. The weapon mastery allows you to use the mastery property of 3 kinds of simpler martial weapons. So we can't really talk about this until we get to weapon mastery, I guess. Which is fine. I'm just wondering, because a lot of people were talking about, I think it was Flex and I don't know, Action Surge. I'm actually curious about that one. How was this ruled in the previous one? Right, previously it was attack, dash, disengage, or dodge. Now it is anything except magic. So you can't cast spells, is the idea. Which, right off the bat, are scrolls treated as, well, to be fair, I don't think technically a fighter can't use scrolls. Technically this touches Eldritch Knight a lot. Here's the bit, what are you using, what are you really using Action Search for, though? Attacks, right? At that point? You're never really using it for magic at this point. What, to dodge? You can use it to dodge, or dash, or disengage, or whatever. Like, it has other uses, but its main use is still just going to be to bonk a couple more times, right? Which, I mean, does tie into the original point of, like, they're clearly just nerfing this for multi-classing purposes, right? Because, let's be honest, you took a 2-level fighter dip to be able to get Action Surge. That's what you took it for, so... Tactical mind. You have a mind for tactics and getting the upper hand and on and off the battlefield. When you fail an ability check, you can expend a use of your second wind to push yourself towards success. Rather than regaining hit points, you roll a d10 at the number rolled to the ability check. If it still fails, this use of second wind isn't expended. Oh god. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is not a bad feature, right? Let's start with that. This is not a bad feature. I like this. This is fine. They're using second wind as more of a pretty much like this is what we're getting to, right? This is what you're seeing with both barbarian and fighter. You have now given both of them a resource which they can trade in for something else, right? Rages are a resource, and here your healing or your second wind is a resource. For rages, I kind of get it. For second wind, if we're gonna start doing this, why the hell do you only have tactical mind? Why do you not have a list of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 features and you pick one? or you pick 2, or whatever, and you can trade in a certain amount of second wind dice for those features. And maybe you can get some at certain levels, and you get more at the higher levels. Why is that not a thing? Why are we literally just like, nah, you're going to use second wind as a resource, but you can only use this one? Because I will almost guarantee you that one or more of these are going to use your second wind dice as a feature now, right? It wouldn't surprise me if like I'm not gonna make any predictions on this or whatever, but it wouldn't surprise me if like Battlemaster all of a sudden said, oh, you can expend one of your second wind dice. And at that point, just give it to us for free at that point, you know? I don't think so. I think Battlemaster's still going to be the same, but Brawler, I can see that happening. So yeah. But yeah, so Battlemaster, Brawler, Champion, Eldritch Knight, we knew that. Ability score improvement at 4, as usual. Extra attack at 5. Tactical Shift. Whenever you activate your second one with a bonus action, you can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Wait. Is that the one from... Oh, God. That's the Barbarian feature. Guys. Really, though? That's Instinctive Pounce, but with... Okay, I mean... You know what? I'm not even gonna be mad about that one. I'm just not. Like, again, this isn't a bad feature because, again, there's a subset of fighters. For Barbarian, I think it's pretty much all of them. There's a subset of fighters that goes purely melee. Those are the strength fighters. And those want a way to be able to engage in combat. And Tactical Shift is a really good one for that. With one giant difference over the Barbarian feature that we literally just looked at and that I already forgot the name of. You don't want to use Second Wind at the start of combat. You want to use that at the end of, or like once you've taken a couple of hits and you want to heal up. Now, granted, here it's then more seen as like an escaping feature. Here it's not an engaging feature the same way that it is with Barbarian. So it has less value like that. It's more like, you know, I guess it's more like an escaping feature. Which if your fighter's the tank, you know, good luck. Yeah. I don't know. It's not a bad feature. It's okay. It's just kind of boring. Oh, by the way, I didn't look at this. It's still, yeah, so it's still 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 19. Did they didn't change this. Because they put certain things back to their original levels, right? I don't know. Am I just being stupid? I'm just being stupid, I guess. Yeah, oh no, it's Indomitable that they put back. Yeah, okay. Indomitable. What did this used to be at, by the way? Indomitable. Wasn't this a 10? Oh no, it's 9. It was 9. Oh yeah, 10 is martial archetype. Never mind. Okay, you can use it twice between long rests, 3 times between... Yeah, okay, so twice at 13 and 3 times at 17. I think that's the same, right? Oh, come on. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Okay. Review your master of weapons. Whenever you finish a long rest, choose any of the kinds of mastery weapons you're using and replace the mastery property of each with another mastery. Chosen kind of weapon must qualify. For example, you could replace the longsword's sap property with the push property. These property changes apply only for you, not for others, and the changes end for you when you finish your next long rest. Okay, so what we're saying is pick your properties. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know how I feel about that. Because the whole point of the weapon mastery system was to make all weapons feel distinct and unique and different from one another, because that was a big issue in the original. Even though I don't think it solves all of the problems, because I still think a fighter is going to pick one weapon and stick with it, the one that they feel is the best, and then maybe have a couple of backup weapons or whatever to kind of change up their gameplay. This, to me, just says, you know, pick whatever you want and pick it on whatever weapon you want. In a case, some features are, it depends again on weapon mastery, but like, yeah, it really depends on weapon mastery. This, and I can't really, because this is just like, oh yeah, just use the weapon you're good with and put stuff on it that you like and don't give a shit. To be fair, it's level 9, so by this point you've probably already had to make a couple of... Although, no, that's not true, because now you can change your fighting style. You can change your fighting style feat. How many of those did you get again? You just get 1, right? You don't get 2? So that doesn't even apply. You can just change your entire battle strategy if you want. Like, I'll go one-handed until level 8, the level 9 I'll go to great weapon fighting, and then I'll put the decent mastery properties on my great weapons and yada yada yada. Screw you. Damn. I don't know. I don't know about this. I still don't know what to think about weapon mastery. I still don't think it fully solves the fighter problem. I think Baldur's Gate is still better, but then again, I haven't seen a new version yet, so I can't say that. 2 extra attacks. Extra attack feature now confirms 2 extra attacks. Woo! Studied attacks. You masterly study your opponents and learn from each attack they make. If you make an attack roll against another creature and miss, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. At this point, you have 3 attacks, right? So that's good. It makes your damage a little bit more consistent, especially if you pick up something like Elven Accuracy. Yeah, sure, I can live with this. What did Fighter used to have at 13? Did Fighter have anything at 13? Oh, just Indomitable. They had very little features. Wow. It's a really short... Fighter's a really short class. Technically 13 was just Indomitable 2 uses, and then 15 subclass level, 14 and 16 were ability score improvements. 17 is your second use of Action Surge and your third use of Indomitable. 18 is your subclass. Because, yeah, true, because fighters get like 3, 7, 10, 15, 18, they get like 5 subclass features, which I think is the most out of any class, I want to say. Maybe Warlock? So yeah. And then 23 attacks, because... Do we care why at this point?